It's rated X. That means you're extra.
Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to vlog number 2. So in today's episode, I'm basically going to share with you the few modifications that I have already made to my BMW M4. 2 really simple modifications, and in my opinion, how it should come out of the factory. Now, for those that have already seen the previous video on my channel, I think it's got like 29,000 views, which is insane. You all know one of the modifications already. I know I said in vlog 1 I was gonna not share anything. After posting the video, I was like, you idiot Ryan, you've already shared one video on the modification that you're about to talk about. So on that note, we'll talk about that first modification, or it was actually the second modification. The first thing I decided to get done on the M4 was to take it up to Motech and get their famous, shall we say, Motech stance, which is just simply spacers and a change in suspension. They use their ABAC. I can never pronounce it properly. Someone correct me on how you meant to pronounce it properly. I think it's ABAC springs. So I'm sure on the front it's lowered or dropped 20 mil or 15 mil and then 20 mil at the back. I might need to put this in the notes. I can't remember exactly how much it is dropped. I'm sure it's 15 mil at the front, 20 to 25 mil at the back. I will do some research after I finish shooting this video and put it in the notes below. And then with the spacers, I know there's smaller spacers on the front and slightly wider tracking spacers on the rear. I'm sure it's 10 or 12 mil on the fronts, and I'm sure it's 15 to 20 mil on the back. Again, I could be wrong, and I probably am. I should have probably thought about this before shooting the video. But here we go. I'm new to this YouTube game. I will do the research and find out. And like I say, I'll stick it in the notes below so you know exactly how much it's lowered and what millimeter the spacers are. So I'll now cut to a picture of the BMW before it had the springs and spacers, and then it will go to when it has the springs and spacers, so you'll be able to see the difference and compare what it looks like pre spacers and springs and then post spacers and springs. So as you can see, the car now sits and looks so much better. So much better. It's how it should, in my opinion, come out of the factory. The car should sit a little bit lower to make it look more sportier, more aggressive, and pushing those tyres out into the arches, just that tiny amount makes it just sit and squat into its stance. Just a lot better, in my opinion. So much more appealing on the eye. So most BMW owners will get this modification done. Some won't. The majority will, because it just makes the car, the M3 and the M4 and the M2, just look so much better. Now on to the second modification that I've got done so far. This one was to the exhaust, and this is already on my channel. If you look below, you'll have a little sound comparison to pre mod stock mid pipe to then obviously having the mid pipe changed. So Chris at Modstock, he actually came up to to where I live. So a completely mobile service that was really useful, really good. I know he's London based, but yeah, Chris from Modstock literally drove up to my house, got my car up on some little ramps, took the center part of the exhaust out. So basically with their mid-pipe conversion, you remove the secondary cat. So we've got the primary cat, which comes off the manifold into the downpipes. Then you've got the secondary cat here, sort of in the midsection of the exhaust. Now, the benefit to changing the mid-pipe, in my opinion, is it doesn't mess with the MOT and the emissions and so forth. So when I now take my car to get it MOT'd, it's not going to come up with any red flags. But I also find from listening to a million YouTube videos, I find the car sounds better from getting a mid-pipe conversion rather than changing the downpipes. Now, I know if you change the downpipes, you get a bit more flow, and that's where the stage 2 tuning comes in and stuff like that, or even stage 1 tuning. You're going to get obviously a lot more airflow, more power. But it doesn't really change the sound that much, in my opinion. And BMWs are known for being quite raspy in their exhaust tone, which is fine. Like, it's not a bad sound. I always think it can sound better. So just a simple modification of removing that secondary cat, putting I think it's a 3.5 inch pipe. It's called a 2-into-1 conversion. Opens it up, and it just sounds so much deeper, and you get a few little sort of natural pops and crackles now, and I think it sounds a million times better. And again, it's how it should come out of the factory. It should sound deep and sort of throttly and just quite aggressive, a bit like the Audis. When you listen to an Audi RS3, RS4, RS5, they sound like mean. They've got that real distinctive exhaust tone to them, and it sounds aggressive. Whereas I think the BMWs, yes, they still sound slightly aggressive with their raspy tone, but you don't get the full emphasis of the power of the car from the exhaust tone. I've rambled on a bit there, but hopefully that came across in the right fashion, and you understand where I'm coming from. So that's pretty much it for today's video. They're the 2 modifications I've done. What I will do actually now is cut to another picture of the Modstock conversion, so you can see and visualize what I've had replaced underneath the car. So there you go, there's a little picture of the Modstock mid-pipe conversion. But like I was just saying, that is pretty much it for today's video. They're the 2 modifications that I've got done so far to the car. I've got some things planned this week coming up. I'm off down to R44 Performance on Thursday to get some bits and bobs fitted. I'm not going to say any more than that. You'll have to wait and see to see what I'm going to get fitted. But yeah, that's it for today. Real short video. I'm going to finish with a little walk around of the car, and I'll say bye, and I'll see you next time.